What's up, guys? How are you doing? Wrestlemania Night 1 just ended, so I am going to run down quickly, and if I remember, all the matches and what went down. Overall, it was a very good episode. I personally had a low expectation for it, but seriously, like, from yesterday and then, of course, like, this morning, I just got super hyped for it. So, I mean, it was a really, really good episode. So, anywho, like I said, I'm going to go through all the matches. So, the first one was for the WWE Championship. That was Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Now, first it was like a rain delay, so it was like 40-minute delay or something, I believe. So I actually thought this match was going to go short, but it didn't. And of course, like, you got the two top guys, so this match was really good. So I predicted Bobby Lashley was going to win, and there was many times where I was like, okay, Drew McIntyre is definitely going to win this, because there was a lot of quick near pinfalls, but Drew McIntyre, every time he tried to hit his Claymore kick onto Bobby Lashley, MVP was there to pull him out. So he saved Bobby Lashley and distracted Drew McIntyre a few times. But at the end, after a few attempts, Bobby Lashley did land his hurt lock submission onto Drew McIntyre, and then the last one, Drew could not get out of it. So even though Drew rolled around or whatever, that just made Lashley hold it on tighter, and Drew faded, so that got Bobby Lashley for the win, so he still retains his championship. So that was good, I got that right. The next one, sorry, I just got my notes here, but I can't really see what is the next one. Because it says tag team, but I'm like, what tag team? Okay, no, it was the women's tag team gauntlet thing. Oh my god, this was like... So this, like I said, this was the only match that I forgot to put in my article, but that was because I thought this was going to be in the kickoff show, and it really deserved the kickoff show spot. In my opinion, it was a big mess, and that's because the women's tag team division is super weak, in my opinion, and they have a lot of random pairings. So, we're not really going to go through every, I think there's 6 teams that came in there, but I will say that Riot Squad lasted the longest, I'll say, out of all the teams, because they pinned 2 or 3 of the teams in there. I thought that the favorite was going to win, not my prediction, but it seemed like Naomi and Lana were the favorite to win. They lost immediately, and then I think someone told me that Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, one of them, they had a little gear botch. I don't know. I didn't see any of that. But anyhow, just that match, that whole thing was really a mess. But at the end, I was correct with my prediction. It was Natalya and Tamina came out last, and they pinned the Riot Squad for the win. So they will be going on till tomorrow to face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the women's tag championship. What's the next one here? Oh yeah, the next one I really enjoyed. That was Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. And Seth Rollins came out, obnoxious as ever, love it. Came out to new music. They had a really fun video promo thing. It was Seth Rollins looked like campaign video against Cesaro. It was really funny. The match was really cool because it was very silly. You had Cesaro trying to do his spin move. Try to spin Rollins as much as he can, and then he also did the UFO spin, which he spins him on his shoulders. It was a really good match. I really liked it. My prediction for this was Cesaro's going to win because he needs a big push. And he did. So so after he spun him, he hit Rollins with a neutralizer and he pinned him. So he won that. Okay, so the next match was the one I was looking forward to, and that is for the Raw Tag Team Championships. That was the New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. And Big E came out to introduce the New Day, so that was really cool. So the New Day obviously had their really fun and cool entrance, and then afterwards you had AJ Styles and Omos came out, And it was funny because Omos just came out like super casual, still had like his suit like on, and even the commentators were like, I guess he's not really taking this seriously. So anyhow, when the match started, it was really AJ Styles taking like 80% of the offense. Like he was in there the whole time, basically almost like a handicap match. And in my prediction, I predicted that New Day was going to win, and this was going to be a start of AJ maybe breaking up with Omos, because it almost kind of looked like that. Because I think in the match, AJ ran around the ring to try to tag Omos or something like that, and then and Omos didn't like react to it. So that continued beat down on AJ. But eventually, AJ Styles tagged Omos, and Omos got the hot tag. He came in and just looked super dominant over the New Day. Like he was just destroying both of them with like barely any effort. My Peacock thing like does not work that well, so it like stuttered right at the end. So I don't know exactly what happened at the end. I know that Omos, he basically destroyed the New Day, and I saw him pin them like. Just very arrogant pin, like, with his foot over the chest for the win. So you have new tag team champs in AJ Styles and Omos, which is the first time they paired up ever. And I just love the visual with AJ Styles on Omos' shoulders holding the tag belts. So there you go, AJ for the win, and AJ and Omos for the win. Omos looks great. AJ Styles is now your Grand Slam champion as well. So that's very cool. So congrats to them. I was wrong on my prediction, but I'm very happy because I always want my boy to win. So the next is what is it? The next is the match I was looking forward to, the Shane McMahon one. So I didn't watch this one too well because I really wasn't interested in this match at all. But this was Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a cage match. I will say, despite the build and whatever in this match was, Shane did take some pretty nasty bumps. So at the end, you had Shane trying to escape the cage. Like I don't know what happened, but he was outside, like the cage like ripped or something. He was climbing outside or whatever, and Braun Strowman pulled Shane back in, pulled him to the top of the ring, and then like threw him all the way down. So like that was the only good point of this match was he just tossed Shane off the cage basically, and then he pinned Shane for the win. So that's good. I'm hoping that this feud is over, and Braun Strowman looked pretty good in this match, and Shane McMahon lost. So there you go. After that, they just introduced all the brand new 2021 Hall of Fame inductees. And the next match, I will say I actually enjoyed it, and I had extremely low expectations. That was Bad Bunny and Damien Priest versus Miz and Morrison. So you had Miz and Morrison came in a pretty grand entrance. They had like they were mocking Bad Bunny basically, so they had like the Easter Bunny mascots coming out, and then their very silly song and music video playing in the background. And then I will say that Bad Bunny had probably the best entrance out of anybody in the whole show, for real. He the show, they had like that 3D stuff going on, so he had like the 3D neon bunny things going on, but he came in like a big semi truck, obviously, like to awesome music. So if you never watched WWE, you're just going to see this and you would automatically think, wow, this Bad Bunny, he must be like a megastar. So he just had a really good entrance. During this match, I will say, like, I really thought we were going to use this match to really push Damien Priest. In my opinion, it looked like we were pushing Bad Bunny. He was in the match like more than half the time. And I know part of it was to like show off his wrestling skills, and I will say it was actually pretty good. Like, again, my expectations were super low on this, but Bad Bunny, like, he practiced, he did some pretty crazy moves. Like, he did like a dive, and then he hit the Canadian Destroyer onto Morrison near the end, which shocked like everybody in the ring, including the commentators. So, I mean, the match was pretty good. So, like, I would suggest you just watch it, even if you're not a fan of Bad Bunny at all. And like I said, I don't know him at all. and I really enjoyed this match. So even there was a part where even Bad Bunny and Damien Priest, they did like cohesive moves together. Like it was just a very impressive, you know, if your expectations were low. But at the end, Bad Bunny, I believe he hit like a Falcon Arrow or whatever onto The Miz. Remember, The Miz was a champion like a month ago, or whatever. So he hit the Falcon Arrow or whatever onto Miz, and he won. So it was Bad Bunny that pinned the former champion to win the tag team match. I am fine with the whole match. The only thing I wish that they would have had Damien Priest pin instead of Bad Bunny. So yeah, I mean, like I said, this match basically just showcased how great Bad Bunny is. So, like I said, good match. I just wish that the ending would have had Damien Priest done that, but otherwise, that's fine. It's just a little minor thing in my opinion. All right, and then the next, the main event. Thought of something before that. Main event, that was for the Smackdown Women's Championship. That was Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. And they both had a grand entrance and grand announcement. Like the beginning, you know, you listen to when the announcers introduced each girl. It was like very, very emotional. Like just like especially Bianca, who looked like she was about to cry because they were saying, and which is true. They're saying like how important this match was. You got, you know, as a main event at Wrestlemania, the biggest wrestling show. You had two women that are main eventing, but there's two African American women too. So it was just like a big moment for both of them. And of course they're just, you know, telling you that Bianca, you know, won the Royal Rumble too. So like all of that, you just see even Sasha Banks too, like they both just had like a lot of emotion in their face. This match was just very, very hard hitting. I mean, both of these women really were like throwing each other, kicking each other, especially with Sasha Banks. Just mean. I mean, she was using Bianca's hair like half the match, like pulling it really hard and trying to choke her with it. There was a part where Sasha Banks was trying to lock in her bank statement submission onto Bianca, and but she like tied her braid around Bianca's arm to like use that as leverage. That was pretty cool. Bianca like did a couple of 450 splashes to try to hit and pin Sasha Banks. Like that was very close when she hit the 450 onto Sasha Banks, and Sasha kicked out at like the last millisecond, and Bianca was like, "Oh my God!" Like she was just screaming. You could just see in her face, and then they panned to her family. Like it was that was emotional to me too, because you could just see like she really thought she was gonna win that. But at the end, it was I'm trying to think exactly how it went. It was very, very fast, very hard hitting right at the end. Bianca Belair, she hit her KOD shot onto Sasha Banks, and then she pinned her very hard, like, you know, just really showing you she wants to win, and she got it. And you just see her family in ringside just jump up for joy. I think they were like flipping chairs over or whatever, and you just see her holding up the belt, just like about to cry. It was really emotional. Like I felt her happiness too. So that was a great main event. You know, Sasha Banks is my girl, but Bianca completely deserved that. Now her you know, reign begins, and I'm very excited to see what WWE is going to do with her, and hopefully they don't mess her up like they kind of messed up with Asuka. So yeah, like I said, great show overall. Really enjoyed it. I will say the only really low points would be number one, definitely that women's tag team gauntlet thing. That should have been the pre-show. And then the Braun and McMahon match. But even that was still okay. That women's match shouldn't have been on there. But anyhow, tag match, I mean. Because I said, great main event. It was very good. If you guys didn't watch it, just go and check it out for real. I won't be able to watch tomorrow live because I will be going to work, but I'll definitely be watching it after work. So hopefully I'll get my prediction article for night 2 out very soon, and my summary article for tonight. So all right, thank you guys for watching and enjoying my live tweet reactions and stuff. I was just online all day because I was really excited watching this. So thank you so much. Follow me on Twitter, Shining Polaris, and I will see you soon. Bye.